You likely navigate the world assuming you are a fully conscious, rational agent making deliberate choices. But the timeline of reality happening inside your head is completely rigged. Every time you step onto a busy sidewalk, you enter a chaotic fluid of competing biological agendas. To survive the walk, your brain constantly has to hallucinate the physical space a fraction of a second before your foot actually reaches it. Then an anomaly breaks the pattern. A stranger abruptly cuts you off. Your eyes take in the visual, and your biology instantly prepares for a physical fight to the death. Your biological radar saw the threat, calculated the physical momentum, and slammed on your muscles' brakes completely in the dark, without ever asking your conscious mind for permission. The immediate danger passes, but your bloodstream is now saturated with ancient stress chemicals and adrenaline. This chemical dump creates a massive, unsustainable level of physical tension. Your body is a mechanical furnace that has suddenly been pushed into thermal runaway. If your system simply vibrated with hot, useless rage for no apparent reason, the foundation of the organism would eventually crack. The system needs to explain the heat. To keep the biological machinery from tearing itself apart, the system demands an immediate artificial override to pull the temperature back down. This diagram maps the physical brain. Look at the stark lines severing the two hemispheres. After dodging a threat, an internal narrator wakes up on the left. We call this the PR manager. It sees the adrenaline and instantly invents a justifying script. The story works flawlessly. This coherent narrative successfully bleeds the excess heat right out of your muscles, unclenches your jaw, and stabilizes the entire system. What you experience as conscious, justified anger is actually just a highly complex organism desperately managing its internal voltage. Your brain runs two logic tracks. The AND gate waits for evidence to converge, but the OR gate is built for survival, firing instantly at a single signal. Under threat, it trips, locking a narrative into place before facts arrive. Once that gate snaps shut, your cognitive objective completely flips. You stop trying to figure out what is objectively true, and you immediately start defending what already feels true. The PR manager gladly trades accuracy for the speed of closure. It sacrifices objective reality for immediate biological stability. In a high-stakes jungle, that speed keeps you alive. But in a modern environment, it acts like a brutal autoimmune disease. You receive a vague, three-word text message from your boss, and your internal narrator unzips those pixels into a complete fictional catastrophe. Now scale that misfire to a planetary level. The internet is essentially a single room filled with billions of terrified apes, all constantly throwing their uncalibrated, premature hallucinations at each other. Look at the rigid certainty here. Public outrage and deep tribal conflicts aren't driven by philosophical debates. They are massive clusters of isolated biological furnaces, aggressively defending their internal press releases just to feel safe. Our fast-moving information grids weaponize this underlying biology. They bypass the slow convergence of facts and heavily reward the nervous systems that jump to the fastest, loudest conclusions. Surviving this environment requires noticing the exact moment your own PR manager attempts to prematurely close a cognitive circuit. This historical image captures an engineer managing raw electrical voltage, and that is exactly the posture you must take internally. You have to hold the load. You must manually override your body's desperate demand for a fast story and force the question to remain open. The cold, physical universe does not care about the comfortable lies we invent to keep our baseline temperatures stable. True rationality requires immense biological endurance. It is the sheer willpower to sit in the dark, absorb the physical tension, and refuse to let the PR manager write the script.